One of the most frequent questions that I get from owners of these cars, especially during the summer when it is hot, hot, hot down in the southern continental United States, is, does my air conditioning work properly? Could it be colder? Mercedes from the era that I work on are notorious for having marginal AC systems if everything isn't exactly perfect. And life with these cars sometimes means having to do without ice-cold air conditioning on a 98-degree day. However, that doesn't mean that your AC system has to work marginally. Now, here are some common problems that people tend to overlook on the air conditioner. Number one, if you start the car and hot air comes out, and we're not talking about hot ambient air, we're talking about heat from the car's heater core, and you still feel tinges of hot air coming through, it might mean that your automatic climate control monovalve is going bad. There is a kit for this that will actually allow you to put a new electrical element in your monovalve that will stop it from leaking. If you have a W201 190 series and you're getting hot air, you probably have a leaking vacuum actuator inside the dash, which is causing diminished vacuum to the hot water shutoff valve under the hood. Because if one of your valves is leaking under the dash, then that means there is no vacuum for this little valve that cuts the supply of hot water. If you have a 450 SL or SLC or a 450 SEL that has manual climate controls, chances are your hot water shutoff valve, which is also vacuum operated, is in itself bad. And that's a pretty common problem as well. And then finally, one of the other items that I tell people is check your auxiliary fan. When you're sitting in traffic with your air on, your electric auxiliary fan should be running all the time. If you have a 1970 or 71 model year Mercedes, like a 250/8 or a 280 SE 3.5, there is a switch under the hood that has to be depressed for your fan to come on. So remember that if you're testing the fan. Finally, a lot of people wonder about the health of their AC compressor. Well, of course, you should have at least 80% of your Freon level full. But if your AC compressor is weak, then of course you're not going to get cool air. And if you hook up some AC gauges to it, which, you know, this is a $10 or $12 diagnostic process, your readings will tell you the truth about your AC compressor. You want to see a high side reading of 150 to 200 psi and a low side reading of 45 or less on a hot day. And you don't want the low side to be too low. The ideal number is actually between 40 and 45. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to us. And if you'd like to know more about how to diagnose specific parts of your AC systems, please request a video and we will make it for you. In the meantime, enjoy driving your Mercedes-Benz. And remember that 50 years ago, we didn't even have automotive air conditioning. So I think we've done pretty well for ourselves.